Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Crunchyroll Marathon on Twitch wrap-up show with 4 super weebs. We've been sitting here talking for the last, 20 minutes about garbage, so if you're prepared for 2 hours of streamed garbage, then you're in the right place. Welcome.
Welcome to garbage.
Hey,
welcome to garbage. I'm so excited.
Time.
Welcome to the garbage stream at twitch.tv/garbage. That's not where you are. I'm so sorry.
That's not where you are. Sorry. Anyway.
I'm Dodger. You are on my channel right now. I do anime and gaming stuff, and I'm delighted to be hosting this. Thank you so much to both Crunchyroll and Twitch. Would you guys like to introduce yourselves? Octo, would you like to go first since you've been on my stream a bajillion times before?
Sure. Hi, I'm Octopimp. I do a show on YouTube called 50% Off, and I also stream anime games, like Guilty Gear and Anime Fighters. Sometimes I play Skullgirls. That's rare these days, but still. Yeah, so that's what I do.
Sick. Trihex?
Hey, well, thank you again. Hey everyone, I'm Trihex. You might know me as the best Twitch global emote on Twitch. I've also been I'm a speedrunner. I've been to many awesome games done quick events. I'm sure you've seen those on Twitch like twice a year, every year since forever. Yeah, I'm currently just countdown to hype for Sonic Mania and Mario Odyssey, but of course I read a crap ton of manga and watch a bunch of anime in the meantime. Yes. What's going on?
My dude. And last but certainly not least, Sosuke Bosuke. How are you?
Yeah.
Welcome
Hello,
to the stream.
It's me, Tomoko-chan. Hey, I'm Sung-won. I'll go by ProZD online. I do voiceover. I make skits. You might know me from YouTube, Twitter. I don't know, somewhere on the internet, but I do that. So you've probably seen me somewhere, but I go by ProZD. But a pleasure to be here.
You might know me from my Twitter where I post adorable pictures of my cats.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
For life.
Black Cat Bros.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we just had a dope marathon of a lot of different anime, and I think we kind of wanted to start with just how we felt about the shows that they wound up putting up there, like which ones we've seen before that we were super jazzed about, which shows we have never seen before, and whether or not we got to watch them along with the magic that is Twitch chat.
Yeah.
I think we've all seen Mob Psycho, right?
Yes.
I was jazzed to see that up there because that
so
show's
cool.
fantastic.
That was really nice.
I think we could do a whole stream talking about how good that show is.
Mob Psycho is. Do we just want to kick it off, or do we want to talk about a couple of the shows?
Just get into it.
Let's do it.
Mob Psycho. Hot take. Mob Psycho 100 is a better One Punch Man.
Why do you gotta do that shit? Why do you guys have to pit them against each other?
Because
why do you gotta do that shit?
That's what we're here for.
It starts off as the same damn show. It's the same show.
It starts off the same. Yeah,
it starts off
I
the
agree.
same. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god, I actually care about this character. Like, I actually give a crap about this.
It's fascinating because Mob Psycho winds up being far more about like emotions, right? It's about growing up and finding out who you are and that kind of a thing. And then One Punch Man is like a parody of every fucking shonen battle anime that we've ever seen in our lives.
But being a parody of it, it ends up falling into those same tropes anyway.
I know, but it does it so much better than any other fucking show that does those tropes.
It's all connected. So anyway, Mob Psycho, really good. Love it. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Animation is gorgeous, and I love how they can just replicate one style, but just give it the gravitas and the just gorgeous animation that it deserves. And just the relationship between Mob and Reagan. Oh, it's so good.
Bones did Mob Psycho, right? I loved that they decided to look at one's artwork and be like, we could do this. We could make this look dope as shit, and they absolutely did. So
it also looks more true to the manga. The Mob Psycho anime looks a lot like the manga, which is really cool. I love when they give it that sort of. It's got like a, I don't want to say messy, but a little more simplified feel.
It does kind of the distortion tactics really well, where things get really distorted and warped in order to showcase kind of movement in an extreme way, and it works so well. It's awesome.
Well, apparently Bones announced that more Mob Psycho is on the way.
Are you serious?
Hey.
Oh shit!
Pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah.
I am so jazzed for that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Trihex, what was your favorite thing that you saw on the schedule? Like, which thing were you like, oh, I can't wait for people to watch this for the first time?
Man, as a full-time shitter, I can't help but say that when I saw Yuri on Ice, I was like, okay, I can't wait to have the Twitch chat social component along. Like, sure, watching anime is cool, but anime with Twitch chat is another thing. But then Yuri on Ice with Twitch chat, you know you're in for a train wreck. Like, there's gonna be, you're gonna have your pastas, you're gonna have the memes, you're gonna have just Bukkake spam all the way. I couldn't wait for it.
I've never seen so many Bible thumps in my life. Yeah. Tuning into Twitch Presents right at the end of the very last episode of Yuri on Ice, it was just a universe of Bible thumps. I was like, fuck, I can't be here.
Yeah. That was really good. It was also a lot of fun watching Free with chat, stuff like that.
I didn't tune into Free at all. Tell me all about the memes. What happened? What did Twitch chat do?
There was one that was like, Kappa Pride's strongest swimmer in the world or something like that. It was just like, for the team, things like that. It was really fun, especially because that, I feel like, I mean, you know, personal bias aside, that anime is really charming in its own way. It's very cute and fun, and like the characters are really endearing, and I like that anime for the fact that it really just makes me feel good to watch it. It's just like a feel good anime, and you're like, hey, these guys really care about each other, even though it's just swimming and it's just high school. It's still fun. Yeah.
Yep. Harder X water, H2OTP.
Yeah. On what it just is. Yeah. Like, I love that.
Let's see.
I gotta say, though, on that topic though, it's crazy you brought up Free. One, I actually didn't know was part of the marathon till very recently. So I feel terrible about missing that. But two, what's crazy is how I got into watching the first episode of Free was it's a small little deal, a pretty cool story though.
Go for it.
Okay.
When I was at the year that Free came out, like just if you ever go to the Anime Expo, the largest anime convention in North America, Los Angeles, right? You know,
maybe you've heard of it.
Maybe. It's just cover my base here. Maybe you heard of it.
Go on.
And like you can just tell, like some years, the year Kill la Kill comes out, everyone's cosplaying. The year Attack on Titan was getting viral, everyone is doing that. And then like the year I saw Free come out, I saw a lot of abs, a lot of hot guys with V's that have V's, and I was like,
right,
what is going on here? I gotta just on the amount of cosplay alone, I was like, I gotta get in the know. I'm tired of not being in the know. I gotta find out what's.
I've never seen so many boys in swimsuits posing in the same fucking room. That's when I started going to anime conventions right after Free came out.
Oh
it's
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Oh my god, everywhere, so much skin. It
was fun. That was definitely fun. The other one that was a lot of fun was Dragon Maid, of course.
The Waifu Wars. Let the Waifu Wars begin.
Yes. Okay, so who's everybody's favorite dragon that's seen it?
Dark Souls boy. Best dragon. Fafnir, best boy.
Fafnir's the best. Everybody knows Fafnir is the best.
I feel so left out. I actually have not seen Dragon Maid.
Oh my gosh, you absolutely should.
It's actually
as much as we make it sound like it's just Monster Musume but with a bunch of dragon girls, it's not. It's like actually it's so precious. Like that Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, when it first started coming out, was a super dark horse for me because I watched it just because I was like, oh, I just want to watch the first episode of a bunch of anime that's coming out right now. And when I watched it, I went into it so blind, and I watched like every single episode the second it came out. I was really, really excited to watch it because it had such a sweet feel to it. And not only that, like sometimes it would get really intense and the animation would bump up to 100 when the dragons would like do epic shit. I was like, this is awesome. And sometimes it would be really pure and sweet, and sometimes it was a little saucy, and I was okay with that. It was like the perfect amount of sauce.
Yeah. That's and it's funny because it's KyoAni, and they do the same thing with like Chunibyo, which is another slice of life. But whenever there's like a fight scene, it's just like they like ramp up the budget, and the fight scenes get really cool. I want my
scene... Oh, go ahead.
No, you.
Oh yeah,
please.
the reason I like heard of it was because you know that scene where they fight in the field and they just throw balls out on the animation.
It's so fucking good.
Because I had heard about the show and I was like, oh, that looks kind of like trash. And then but then I saw that scene, and I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty funny. And then when I watched it, I was genuine, and I didn't know it was KyoAni, but like as I was watching it, I found out I was like, okay, this makes sense because the slice of life stuff and the actual relationship between Kobayashi and Toru, and like they're basically two moms and they have a daughter Tana, and it's like so I was surprised at how like subtle it could be with its emotional moments. I thought it was just gonna be a big, dumb
dragon
trash
titty fest.
anime.
Yeah.
But instead it really did, like, I was so, because my big genre is slice of life, and when I realized it was like a really good slice of life with some slight fantasy trappings, I was like, oh shit, I'm on board.
You're on board, yeah.
Yeah.
Side note, sorry, to anybody who's watching and is worried that we're gonna spoil shows that were played during the marathon, we won't be spoiling anything. We're just gonna talk about the vague like storylines of some of them. But don't worry, if you missed out on some of these shows, we're not gonna be like, yeah, wasn't it crazy at the end when all that shit happened?
Right,
don't worry.
right.
We'll keep your hearts pure. Don't worry.
Yeah, spoiler free zone. I really want a Fafnir spin-off with his roommate. I would absolutely watch a show that's just the two of them. Like,
that was such a great dynamic.
I love it.
Out of nowhere, I loved that.
Yeah,
he was so obsessed. Man, that's so good.
Yeah. That was like one of my favorite little bits. Anyway, let's see what else. Do we want to talk more about Dragon Maid or?
Well, before the show before like the actual show even started, I think we were gonna pitch Saga of Tanya the Evil to everybody. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I
am all ears for this one.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. Imagine an army wherein one of the most powerful soldiers is a 9-year-old magical girl.
Okay.
There you go. Dude.
There it is.
That's basically the show.
Like there's more layers to it, and I would say
is it a comedy or drama?
It's like
that's a tough one.
That is hard. I wouldn't say it's a comedy at all.
Oh, she's 12.
Okay.
I would say it's one of those shows where everything for the most part is fairly serious, but there's just this slight amount of surrealism to it where it winds up being really intriguing. And I really think that they did a disservice with the way that they had the first episode go, because I think most people watched the first episode and were like, this is not what I want to be watching. And then once they hit the second episode, it sort of explained what was going on, which I really don't want to spoil because the second episode is so good, and most people I don't think made it to the second episode.
Yeah, you kind of have to tough out the first one, but
so kind of like a Steins Gate thing where the first episode makes no sense.
No sense at all.
Completely no sense, and then you get into it more. Okay,
the first episode doesn't give you very much context. Yeah, you're like, okay, so there's a war going on. There's a little girl in the war, and there's some magic, maybe? Like, that's basically all that you get out of the first episode. And then the second episode is like, what the fuck is going on? And you get a lot more context, and you just learn so much that makes you appreciate what a terrible person this little girl is. And the entire show winds up being, I can't wait to see what fucked up shit this little girl does. Like, that's the entire show, and it ramps up in sort of the political intrigue as well as the show goes. Okay. It's cool. It's weird, but it's really cool, and I was glad that they showed it. I'm sad that I never tuned in while they were playing it, because I would have loved to see how chat was acting during that show.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's worth a shot. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay, I will check it out. I only vaguely knew, but I knew it was supposed to be good. I didn't know anything about it except like the little girl or whatever. But
yeah,
right.
Okay. Let's see. Has anybody seen Space Patrol Luluco?
Yeah, dog. I love Space Patrol Luluco. I was gonna say I think that some of the goofs are lost if you haven't watched a lot of Trigger anime. I think that's definitely true.
Yeah, because they reference like everything.
Because it's one of those shows where they were like, this is going to be a short form anime where we reference every fucking thing we've ever made.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah.
It's one of those shows that a lot of GIFs came out from, and I think anybody who watched it probably wound up seeing parts where they were like, I've seen GIFs of that. It's one of those kind of shows because it just does weird shit constantly.
Yeah. It's really I love Space Patrol. I mean, I really like Trigger. I'm a big fan of theirs. I mean, since they released Inferno Cop, which is my favorite anime of all time. They have just really knocked it out of the park. And Luluco, in its like weird short form thing, because the episodes are super short.
How long are they?
Oh god, they're like
12
7 minutes or something like that.
Oh, is it
okay.
shorter?
How many eps?
Oh, there's like
12 or
let me Google it.
It's like 20 something. It's like 20 something, but they organize it in a weird way. It's like one season is like 4 episodes or something like that, and
there
then
are 13 episodes, and
I thought it was longer than that.
And each episode is 7 minutes. You are
7
correct.
minutes.
Oh
yeah.
my god, that was so loud for everybody. I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
It just automatically started playing an episode.
Yeah, and
sorry,
so then
chat.
they organize them into like little mini seasons. It's cool. It's really, really fun and goofy and weird, and there's references to every single other Trigger anime that's ever been released, and it's really cool. And it's super short, so you can get through the whole thing in like an afternoon. So I highly recommend it. Yeah.
I got a question for you, actually.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah.
So when you tell me that it's a short form anime like that, I'm getting under the assumption here that it's like a traditional like 24 episode anime budget that's like blown in way less time. Is it like animation extravaganza, like I-gasm 24/7, or like?
You know what's funny about that? Some episodes, yes, and then some episodes not so much. In fact, some characters don't even move at all. But
true.
That's yeah. But they for the most part, like the action scenes are really cool, and it's really stylized, which is, I mean, how Trigger does action stuff anyway. Is it's like everything is really like the motions are really clean and like everything like that. But I wouldn't say it's a whole big budget anime, but it's got some cool scenes to it. I'd say it's worth it because it's so short. You know, you
I
can
don't
get
think
through
it could have been longer. I think that it works perfectly as a short form because every episode is so just like, here's some weird shit that happens in a really short period of time, and on the next exciting episode, you know, it's that kind of a thing. Yeah.
So is it like plot driven? Or
yeah, but
I would say
but the plot's very abstract. I mean, you know, it's silly and doesn't.
It's just for fun, basically.
Yeah, it's for funsies, and but it's like I said, it's I won't gush about it too much anymore, but it's really, really good. It was one of my favorite animes of the season when it came out.
Yeah, that came out last fall, something like
Justice
that. Justice Morphing.
Awake! Judgment Gun Morphing! Yeah, it was like, I think 2 or 3 seasons ago, something like that. Yeah, it was really...
Should we talk about how chat got to experience what happened in Japan with Kemono Friends? At the beginning, everyone was like, what is this garbage? And then it turned into just a heartfelt love fest.
Yeah, everybody fell in love with the cute zoo girls.
It's just so weird, man. I only watched, I want to say, 3 episodes of Kemono Friends, and it was not something I was into at all. And every
what
time...
What is the premise of it? They're zoo girls, but that's all I know. What is it about?
It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a bunch of anthropomorphized like animal girls, right? And there's one human, and they live in a world where they don't know what a human is, and she's like, I don't know what I am, and they're like on a journey to find out what she is. Chat, is that correct? It was really hard.
Pretty cool.
It's really hard
like
for me to
Moe.
pay attention.
Trihex is like totally new. He's like, hey,
this pitch is dope. I'm in. Okay. Yeah. What's a human? Let's find out.
What is humanity?
That's too good.
Yeah, I think I didn't get far enough in to get past the what the fuck am I watching stage. Because the animation isn't super strong at all. And normally if a premise is kind of weak or feels weak at the beginning, it's hard for me to keep going if the animation isn't at least super engaging. So I didn't really stick with it, but every single time I went to look at anime sites, there would be some kind of an article about how Japan was obsessed with Kemono Friends. And I was like, what is happening over there? And then apparently the exact same thing happened with Twitch chat, where when it first started, they were like, I don't know what I'm watching. And by the end, they were in love with it. And I wish I'd been there. That's all. I wish that I had experienced it with chat.
Was that the show where the penguin fell in love with the cutout of the girl?
Okay, I was gonna ask about that. Okay.
The penguin fell in love with the cardboard cutout of the penguin character. And then apparently the voice actress came and met the penguin, as you were saying, Dukes, and he was like, "Get away from me, I don't care."
And the penguin was like, "Fuck off! Where's my 2D wife?"
Yeah, same penguin, same. Yeah. That penguin is all of us.
Yeah, really, is there a little penguin inside all of us? Gabriel Dropout. That was another one I wanted to talk about.
Oh my God.
So what is that?
Oh boy.
Gabriel Dropout is about an angel named Gabriel.
Yes.
Who she is like the #1 angel in angel school, and she's sent to Earth to do good deeds. And she very, very quickly becomes corrupted by the world. She becomes just like a complete shut-in, useless member of society.
Addicted to MMOs.
Yeah. And she, like, by whatever angelic law she's living under, she has to keep, like, going to school and pretending to be a human, essentially. And she's also going to school with demons who have been sent to Earth to do the opposite, to do, like, evil deeds. But, of course, because this is an anime, all of the angels in this show are garbage, horrible people. Yes. And all of the devils in this show are really, really sweet. So they're just, like, constantly butting heads, and, like, I think it's really funny. I love the manga of this, which I read a lot of, and then when the anime came out, I thought that they did a really good job with the anime.
I didn't read the manga. I should check that out.
The manga's pretty funny.
I ended up really liking the anime. Raphael is my favorite.
Of course, because you want her to step on you.
No, hey, listen. Listen,
I get it. No.
But anyway, so it was like really, because I remember you recommended it to me at one point, and you were like, check it out, it's funny, and I was like, okay, and I ended up watching like all of it, and it was super good.
Yeah, it's so cute.
Yeah. Anything else?
Well, a little small thing here. If we go back here to Luluco, I wanted to bring up here earlier. I had heard on my end through my chat community that like during the marathon, Twitch chat was the most insane during that actually.
Is all the justice.
In what way? It was all the justice and the gun morphing.
Fight for justice.
Well, so most other anime series during the marathon, it was like it was an organized rehearsal of like doing their little memes, whether it be what was one year I had here? I don't know, girls get out during free or during Yuri on Ice, or there'd be like, your little clap syllable boxes they would spam all the time.
Right.
But like during Luluco, it was just like so rampant, so much of like 35 things happening at once because it's a short format, so nothing can stick. There's no like time for, I guess, dialogue to let things settle and have, I don't know, dramatic tension, build tension. Right. So just shit happens all the time, and everyone's just like running around like chaos. So Twitch chat was a giant circus from what I hear.
Right. I mean, Twitch chat is a big old circus most of the time anyway, but that's why we love it. It's so fast paced, there's really very little downtime in that show. Like something's just always happening because it's so short form, so they have to condense everything into these short episodes.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I think the silliest Twitch chat thing that I saw was every time the Mob Psycho intro would happen and everyone tried to count to 100 with it, but all at the same fucking time. I was like, stop this. It's just nonsense.
So it's like 98, 92, 91, 97. Yeah, so it's like all over the place. That was a blast to watch Mob Psycho. Especially it was really cool to see people who hadn't seen it for the first time just get really excited about all the different twists in that show.
Yeah, so maybe that's like something we can also talk about is do you think that there was like a weird detriment to the fact that it was live, in that if somebody showed up to watch an anime and it was already like a ways in, there was no way for them to like go back, right? They had to just like accept like, all right, I'm here and I'm in the shit, right? Like,
well, if they wanted to watch it, they could go to crunchyroll.com
exactly.
and sign up for an account and check out
that.
any anime that they had missed.
Smooth as buzz.
This is true. Get that trial rocking and go from there.
Exactly, yeah. No, but I definitely see how that could be a little annoying, especially if you showed up in the middle of it.
Well, it was interesting because like when Mob Psycho was going, right? Not to keep talking about Mob Psycho, but this is just what was going on at the time, okay? I finished up a stream and I was like, oh shit, Mob Psycho's playing. So I hosted Twitch Presents and a bunch of people in my chat were like, I need to leave because I haven't seen this from the beginning and I really want to watch it from the beginning. So they like pieced out. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I hadn't thought about the fact that if you really wanted to watch it and you went to Twitch Presents and you showed up late, you'd be like, well, I'm out, you know?
I feel like if you really wanted to watch that show, you would have either watched it already or been very conscious of the time. Been like, okay, it's starting at this time. Whereas I think maybe what's maybe kind of fun about this format, it's like, you can kind of view it as like, well, this show, I don't feel like watching this show, but I'm kind of curious, and I don't give a shit if it's the first one or not. So it gives you kind of a taste of it. You can jump. It's like watching TV, just on TV.
I was gonna say, yeah. For anime, we're finally getting the cable experience. I love rolling dice. Let's just find out. I don't even care. Like
sometimes
you
you'll see
for
something
one
in an
thing
episode.
and you stay for 6.
Yeah, you'll see something. You'll be like, oh, okay, this interests me. I'll go back and watch it from the beginning. You know, that kind of thing. So
yeah.
I think there's potential for
anime
that
window
too.
shopping.
Yeah.
Who knew? It's been in demand for a while.
The more that I thought about it, the more I felt like beyond getting people into anime that maybe they've never seen before, it was also just this idea that there haven't really been opportunities for so many people to collectively watch and talk with each other about a show while it's playing.
Yeah.
So I think that was kind of a limited experience until this marathon happened. And you used it wisely, chat. I'm so proud of you. Count to 100. Count to 100 all together. Great.
Let's see. Oh, wasn't there an anime you saw that you said was really good?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna give you the pitch. Sound Euphonium.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen this before either.
None of you have seen?
No, I have not seen.
How much do you like Slice of Life?
I can get down with it.
You can get down with it. Okay. Well, this is fucking great Slice of Life. It's really, I mean, it's KyoAni, so first of all, the animation is gorgeous.
Right. Of course.
But then the main character in it is like one of my favorite kind of like main characters in anything. She's kind of standoffish, and she feels like a very real high school girl. Like she doesn't feel too like annoyingly like tropey or anything like that. Like she, you know, wants to get along with people, but like is also kind of annoyed by people. And then it's in this high school setting of the band, and it's like basically the high school symphonic band. They had some drama in the past that is kind of like permeates some shit went down with like some of the upperclassmen. But she comes in as a freshman, and then this very kind of like not strict, but this teacher comes in and is like, all right, if you guys want to actually be a good band, I'm gonna take you to that level, but you're gonna have to like shape up. So it's like it's got kind of that satisfaction of like, you know, watching a group come together and develop and improve over time. But it also has some really nice character interactions, some really very subtly directed and just good quiet moments. Even though it's a short show, it's like I think like 13 episodes per season. It still managed to like never feel too rushed to me, and it always managed to like have moments that were just that let it breathe. And so if you like that kind of stuff where it's like not super loud and obnoxious and just like something that's a little more real, Sound Euphonium gets my seal of approval. It's really, really good. And there's some I don't want to spoil anything, but there's something that happens that's really interesting, and I think kind of progressive, and it's very interesting in that respect too. So I don't want to say what it is, but some really interesting stuff in it. So go check it out. Sound Euphonium, both seasons.
I like all these pictures of, I'm assuming, the main character posing with this baritone horn. Yeah. So it's just like she's like in her desk. She's like, look, check. Hey, what's up? It's like it's very awkward trying to like pose cutely while holding this baritone.
Right.
That's part of the greatness of it. And I was in a symphonic band in high school, so
there's layers for you.
I was like, oh man, this like takes me way back to like that moment of like practicing together as a group and getting better.
That's how I feel about Silver Spoon.
Oh, Silver Spoon's so good.
Right? I love Silver Spoon so much. And I think for me, yeah, it's like, okay, it's a great slice of life. I love the manga. I love the anime. I want more of the anime, but I love them.
Me too.
But also just like growing up and working on farms my whole life. I'm like, yeah, farm to table does taste better, doesn't it? Yeah. Like you just like feel so many feelings because he's on a farm, but he's from the city and he's experiencing it all for the first time. Anyway, you should all also watch Silver Spoon.
That's one of my easily in my top 5, Silver Spoon. And if you like Silver Spoon, then you definitely need to watch Sound Euphonium.
Okay.
So good.
Excellent.
Sick.
Sick.
What else? I'm trying to see what else was in the
New Game
marathon.
Happened in the marathon. I don't know if any of you guys watched New Game.
I don't know anything.
I'm aware of it. They make games or something.
Yeah, New Game is super cute.
Developer, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
New Game is like it's a moe show about entirely female game developers.
Oh, this is cute.
It's super cute. Yeah, I really like it because I think it's just really sweet and fun. It came under a little bit of fire because some of the characters engage in kind of the like Japanese crunch culture and they like sleep at work and stuff and they're like, you shouldn't be glorifying this, that kind of an idea. But overall, you know, it's just like a cute moe show about female game developers. So I was fine with it. Like I really enjoyed it. But I understand like where the critiques are coming from there. But yeah, overall, I think New Game is pretty cute. Because like you see different characters learning how to do different aspects of a game, and obviously it's not entirely accurate because it's an anime, but it's just fun. It's just fun having a show about game development that has entirely ladies in it.
Have any of you seen Shirobako?
No.
Ooh, Shirobako. Oh my god, Shirobako. So Shirobako, oh man, I'm just gonna pitch every show I like on this, but
do it. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
What you're telling me about New Game, it sounds like Shirobako. Shirobako is about an anime studio, but it's not like a glorified version. It shows like it's like watching a documentary kind of about the anime production process, and it really makes you appreciate anime, even shitty anime. Just the fact that anime gets made is like amazing. Kind
of like what is that? Barakamon? Is that the one that's about manga?
Barakamon is a little more like kind of that's more like a Yotsuba kind of thing, where it's like a relationship between the older guy and the kid, like a funny drop kind of thing. But Shirobako, it's like there's the main character is like a producer.
Bakuman, that's the one I'm talking about. Sorry, keep going.
Bakuman. Oh yeah.
Wrong name. I knew it the second it left my mouth. I was like, that's not right.
Yeah, Bakuman, my favorite Digimon.
Yeah. I'm so sorry, Sungwon. Keep going.
Okay. One character is an artist. One character is in like 3D modeling. It's like when I saw the designs and the first episode, like the very first part of the first episode, I was like, this seems kind of dumb because it's like, hey, we're high schoolers and we're gonna follow our dreams. But then it immediately does this smash cut to like 3 years later, and it's like the crushing reality of what it's like working in anime. And so it shows like pretty much every stage of the process, like voiceover and, you know, the art and the sound design. Like it's really, really interesting. And it's like 26 episodes, I think. And each half is based on the development issues that a specific show had, a real life show had. One of them is, one of them is based on Polar Bear Cafe's issues. And the other one is based on what's that, Girls in whatever.
Panzer,
something like that. But so they're based off real things that happen in anime, and then so it's really interesting. really eye-opening about just sort of the process, and I am dying for a second season of that as well. But it just reminded me of that when you mentioned we're describing the game.
I would just like to point out, as it was pointed out to me, that Trihex has a fucking Bakuman poster behind it.
Oh.
Yeah, humble brag. It's we never got around to what's your favorite of all time, but in case you needed to know, it's definitely Bakuman.
Is it? That's awesome.
Oh my god. The dirty confession here. I could take a small derail on that.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so with Bakuman, I've never seen the anime, and I can't even imagine that anime how can it possibly match? It's a manga about mangaka. Like, how can you even convey the payoff? Because the whole payoff here is, in the story, Muto Ashirogi, the group the duo that are like out here to make their dream, to make the manga happen since age 15, on the grind for a decade straight to make it happen, to become the #1 ranking work in Shonen Jump and whatnot. Like, the great payoff is in the narrative universe, they're making works. They make like 5 or 6 works, Classroom of Truth, I forget the other ones here, Reversey, etc. They make these great works in the universe, and you're so eager because you see so much time devoted to what they're working on with the plot twist, or they're dropping in the rankings in like week 17. You're like, oh my god, we got to crunch out this banger plot twist to get back on the ranks and get back on top, blah blah blah. And for so long, you're teased about the in-universe works they're working on, and then finally, like in like volume 13, like chapter 100 and whatever the fuck. Mm-hmm. You finally get a full like 15-page insert in universe of a manga they were working on.
That's awesome.
There's no way I can see that payoff happening. Like, in the anime, how would you even do that? You would just show like a pile of episodes
panels or something.
That's true. Yeah. That's something that literally can't be done in anime form in the same way.
Yeah.
I kind of love that when not just mangaka, but like when anybody who's working in a specific medium says, what's something that I can do that I literally couldn't do any other way, you know? Like, stuff like that is really intriguing to me when an artist really thinks about what they're working on and what they're working with, and how to really take advantage of it. Like that sounds like a perfect example of that for sure. I haven't read enough Bakuman. We read it for Manga Pod a while back and we loved it, but I never kept reading it. And your passion, Trihex, makes me feel like I gotta just sit down and blast through that shit.
Right there. Wow,
no, please.
No, that's what this is for.
That's that's literally why we're here, to like barf about the shit we love. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
literally inspires me to just, oh my god, like never give up, believe in your dreams. If you're in chat and you're like, whatever, I suck at animation or game design, I'm just gonna be a computer science major and play it safe. Read this, and I guarantee you will punch your old self and say, "Fuck that! I'm worth it. I'm gonna grind for it."
Yeah.
Like real. It is. Oh, it is so good. I will dig right back to the sunset all the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's how Space Brothers made me feel. I don't know if
anyone Space Brothers is so good too.
It's. I'll give a short pitch. It's
is that anything like Property Brothers?
Sorry.
Yes,
it's exactly like Property Brothers.
Is it an anime about 2 realtors?
Except they're selling different planets to people.
Got it.
And then yeah. Terraforming them.
Pitch. 2 brothers. One's an astronaut. One wanted to be an astronaut. They basically were like, we're gonna be astronauts together one day, but then one of them did, one of them didn't. But it follows the brother who like decides, kind of like, he's like late 30s or something, and he's like, I'm just gonna go for it. He like loses his job and he's like, let's just fucking go for my dream. And it's really, really inspiring. So
it's really heartfelt.
Oh yeah. There's so many shows I'm dying for more of, and Space Brothers is one of them. It's fantastic.
I'm gonna write that one. Like, I'm real gonna write that one down.
Listen, if I can get one more person to watch any of these shows, then this whole stream was entirely worth it.
I like this pug in a spacesuit.
Oh, Oppo! I love Oppo.
I feel like Space Brothers is one of those shows / manga that I think a lot of people have never ever heard of, and it surprises me. Because I think it's one of those ones that's really, really good.
When did this
I would love for it to get more.
A while ago.
I'm hyped for this. Okay.
2012. Yeah. Wow. Crazy.
Yeah. It's a little long, but like, oh man, I just loved it.
So it did finish?
the anime has stopped, but there's more manga, and I think the official stance of the anime is like, well, we're gonna make more, maybe like a Hunter x Hunter thing, where it's like we'll make more when there's more manga or something like that.
Compared to Hunter x Hunter.
I hope it doesn't take it long, but yeah. So,
well, I mean, how long was Berserk's hiatus? 8 years, something like that. Anyway.
Poor Guts, he'll never got
Fingers
off the
crossed. Yeah, never got off the damn boat. Well, anyway, let's see.
I'd be interested in, if going off the topic of, favorite anime, maybe we could talk about that, because hearing your enthusiasm about Bakuman is, I love hearing people's like top picks, and like I think people get most excited about that kind of shit. So I mean, I just thought maybe we could talk about some of our all-time faves, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Especially like given the context of maybe some people wound up tuning into this marathon and saw some stuff that they liked, but were like, I don't know what to watch now. I don't know what else I should try watching. So maybe not even just what's your favorite anime, but what's an anime that you pitch to people as something to watch kind of early on in your anime life.
Your infancy.
Yeah, in your anime infancy. That's a good.
Okay.
From normiehood to esports pro, right?
Wow. Okay, interesting.
I think Bebop's a good one.
Oh yeah.
I was just about to say that my favorite anime makes people argue with me, because my favorite anime is Samurai Champloo. And it always causes somebody.
Really good too.
I was gonna say I would recommend. I might recommend Champloo or Bebop as like kind of like a baby's first anime. They're both really good, but they're both really. The reason I say that is because they're like really accessible and just good. They're just really good narratives overall. Well, actually, I have some criticisms about Cowboy Bebop's narrative, but that's neither here nor there.
I mean, there's criticisms for both of them. I don't think any person watched Samurai Champloo and got to the end and was like, that felt really satisfying. No one watched that was like, yeah, I'm cool with this ending. Nobody. But both of the shows, the way that they combine kind of an era and music and great animation, I think that you're right. They're both like really accessible with really good characters, and manageable, right? A manageable in a number of episodes to get through. So
yeah, definitely.
I mean, maybe that was just a solid sci-fi. Like that could. I mean, with the right people, that could have been just easily like an amazing live-action show. Of course, I mean, of course, the animation is perfect. I'm talking about just content-wise. Like, it doesn't have like the trashy anime shit that like might turn some people away. Like, ooh, fan service. Like,
there's a little bit
with Faye, but it's never like I'm classy. 16 years old and I have my boobs. It never is like stupid.
The self-aware tropes that trope anyway. I don't get that at all. Like, you're aware it's a trope. You do the nosebleed going into the girls' locker room, knowing it's a trope, and then you commit to it anyway, and still fall over on her.
God.
So,
but different conversation. I agree. Like, or unless you don't want it to be.
Yeah, so I feel so. One of my things about Bebop specifically is there's really no overarching narrative until like halfway through the series, and they're like, "Oh, you have to care about all of this now." And I was like, "Who are these? What's happening? I've watched these people for like 7 episodes, and I don't know what's happening." And then like it's like, "Oh yeah, that. Don't worry about it." And then like so that's my whole issue with Cowboy Bebop is that, but. Each episode standalone. I think Toys in the Attic is probably one of my favorite standalone episodes of any anime ever. I love that. I love that episode. But somebody in chat said that Outlaw Stars is greater than Cowboy Bebop. I love Outlaw Star. Have you watched it recently? Because I don't think you have. If you're saying that.
Yeah, that might be some Toonami nostalgia right there.
Yeah.
It's great.
But anyway, so what? Anyway, we were talking about. Favorite anime, right?
For like a longer really good anime that has a great just overall payoff and like storyline. I always tell people if they want something longer to watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah. Brotherhood's awesome.
Because
Brotherhood's really good. The manga is like so good.
Right? Like, Arakawa's a fucking genius, and
she's incredible.
Same person who made Silver Spoon. So we're a little yeah. But yeah, her like one shots, her like shorter works are not as good to me. They're not very satisfying, but when she needs to do a story where it's like planned out over a long period of time, there's so much good payoff. And if you wanted to watch something, yeah, that has like some magic and some political intrigue and just fantastic characters and really heartfelt moments, like Brotherhood is so good in comparison to the first anime, because Brotherhood actually follows the manga.
Yeah, that is an exquisitely planned series. And I remember she used to do like the blurb, you know, like mangaka do like the blurbs in the beginning of the volume. And there was one where she was like, well, this is the beginning of the end game. And I admired that. I was like, this is like, you clearly know what you've, you know, it's so clearly meticulously planned out.
She had it planned.
Yeah, it's so satisfying. It's never felt like, oh, she's just stretching this out so that it can be longer. It's so good. I love Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah,
so much.
FMA is really good. I was really happy with Brotherhood sticking closer to the manga than kind of taking the divergent routes or some of the weird stuff that they added for the original anime.
I was just so glad that they gave it another shot in anime form.
Yeah,
because it's always really disappointing to watch an anime where they caught up with the manga and they had to just create an ending, and it's never as good as what the manga does, you know?
I mean, if we're gonna talk about the original anime, oh man. I mean, okay, I'll say this about the original anime: the emotional moments in it hit really well. Like, and I won't spoil anything. I think they do a lot of emotional stuff really well. But in terms of the plot, that shit just completely makes no sense and does not work at all by the end. And the setup that she had, you know, it's not their fault because they didn't know what it was going to be, but it just did not. I thought it was extremely unsatisfying. But I loved it when I was watching it, but after reading the manga, I was like, oh, this is what it's supposed to be.
Really different.
Yeah. I'm really glad when certain manga series get converted into get a second shot at anime. And somebody brought this up in chat, and I was about to say it, is Hellsing. Man, first Hellsing anime is a mess.
It's a beautiful shining star.
Incognito or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Although, that OP, the Hellsing anime original OP is
sick.
It's fuego. It's fuego. But the Hellsing Ultimate is really great. I'm glad they gave it a second shot in the OVAs. Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna talk about the redemption factor here, is it comparable to say, like, I hate to bring up one of the big three, but I feel like it's like the elephant in the room here, because like, but from Naruto to Naruto Shippuden, do you feel that there was an improvement there, or like, you know, now that filler gets integrated into the canon, like, how do you feel about that?
One of my favorite things is posting Naruto animation errors on Twitter, but I think. To be honest, I haven't watched. I've read, like I said this earlier, but I read recently the entire Naruto manga from chapter 1 to chapter 700, and I actually haven't seen that much of the anime. But,
oh my god, I have.
You have?
Yeah, I got some PTSD with that as well. But I love to hear.
Yeah. Maybe Dukes.
What you got, Dex? Anything?
Well, so I watched it all. Like, when I was in high school, like, I watched as much as I could, and I was obsessed with it and became super invested in the Naruto universe, right? And then I rewatched, because Shippuden was about to start, I, like, rewatched all of the original stuff with my friend Sarah, and I was hit with this overwhelming feeling of, oh my god, there's over 100 episodes of filler. Holy shit.
Did you watch all the filler?
Yeah, I watched all the filler because I hadn't read the manga at that point, so I didn't know what was filler and what wasn't. So I just watched
tons of it after.
I just watched all of it, yeah. And then with Sarah, we like started watching again, and I was like,
buddy,
what is this? What is this?
I watched some of it. It was excruciating.
Oh my god, it's so bad, right? And like, the only saving grace is that there are entire arcs that are devoted to different teams that I loved, and I was like, okay, I get more time with those teams because I love the characters, but it's still not good. It's still like bad storytelling. No,
sorry. The only good filler episode is the one where they're trying to see under Kakashi's mask. All the other ones, you can skip all the other ones.
I was gonna say that one.
Yep. That's the best. That's the best filler episode. Other than that,
troll filler gotta be the worst.
Yeah. So for anybody who's watching that didn't watch the Naruto anime, essentially like they got up to a point and then they had, I want to say, 110 episodes of filler, and then they were like, we need a reset. Like we need to do some kind of a reset, and then they started in with what is now Naruto Shippuden, which is where they like finally started back into the story after a time skip. I think that it starts right with a time skip. So it wound up being a little bit seamless in there, but yeah, rewatching it, I was like, oh, wow, wow,
yeah,
we put up with a lot. We put up with a lot waiting for Shippuden to happen. Damn. And I'll be honest, I haven't watched any Boruto, so I can't really speak to that and how that's been going.
I saw the movie.
Really?
And the whole time I was watching it, it was like, here's Boruto, he's got to make it on his own. And the whole time I was like, just show me old Sasuke and Naruto doing cool stuff. Like, I don't care about Boruto. They did all this cool shit, and they were like, yeah, we're going to be awesome expert ninjas. And I was like, this is rad. And then they go back to Boruto, and I'm like, nah, get him off the screen. I don't care about this kid. No. Yeah.
Trihex, have you been watching any Boruto, or did you like stick with the anime at all?
You want to tell that story? You want to tell that Boruto story?
Okay, so there's a couple of stories. Well, okay, so first the Boruto story, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm wearing this. So I go to the mall last week. Small story time. Cool story, Bob and Chad.
Go for it.
So I go to the mall to visit Men's Warehouse because I have to get a tux fitting for a wedding I have this coming weekend. This was like last week, right? But I'm flexing. I'm wearing this really cool drawn ramen shirt that I bought from Anime Expo. So I'm already flexing hard. People know right away from like 5 feet away minimum, I'm not a normie. You already know what's up. Ramen, what's good, right?
Sure.
Like it's really, really well drawn. Like, they like should get so much. Like it's just drawn beautifully on the shirt. It's huge too. So I'm in Men's Warehouse getting the tux fitted or whatever. Put my shirt back on and everything else, and like completely stone cold icebreaker. This other gentleman who works there is like, oh, yo, nice shirt. Son, I can't wait for the next episode of Boruto, man. And I was like, whoa. First off, like, I'm in Louisiana.
So many layers. Like, so many layers to this interaction.
Whoa. Icebreaker, fellow anime watcher, Boruto was the icebreaker he chose there. Like, okay, all right. Just assumed that I had already watched Boruto. And I was like, yeah. And I'm making him ahead like, oh, wait, I've only seen Boruto, like, memed on really, really hard. Like, almost as much as the ending of Naruto. And I'm like, okay, well... All right, cool. I guess so. There is one fan in the world who legit is hyped, so hyped that it's their icebreaker to a total stranger who only watches anime. So someone out there likes Naruto.
I just love that they assumed you have seen all of Naruto, and you like Boruto too. That's I mean, that's a couple big
layers.
Jumps there.
Yeah.
I would have really loved it. He was like, yo, did you like Yuri on Ice? Wasn't that shit sick? That was so good. That'd have been great.
Oh, those abs.
Yeah.
But no, on my experience of watching Naruto, I got the same nostalgia. It was my first anime I ever like binged like to that extent where I dumped. I pretty much went from episode 001 to like, what is it? Whenever before all the filler starts, like what 140?
Like 130 something.
Yeah, when the epic fight by the Great Fountain happens and whatnot. Oh wait, spoilers.
I can't believe you.
That's vague enough. That's vague enough.
What fight? No, I did all that like maybe like in 1 month. I was like every day was just cereal and Naruto like all day every day, and the shonen exams like
shonen exams
that
such a good arc.
Oh my god, I was in love at that point. That arc was so good. I was so excited just to like binge to and I was trying. I was trying to get through the filler. I'm like, all right. This kind of sucks right now. It's really a lot to nothing happening.
You weren't as easily fooled as I was. You were like, I know this is filler, and I'm trying. Meanwhile, I'm like, this seems like maybe,
He's kind of roaming storytelling-wise a bit. It's a little weird. I mean, why?
See, I'm trying to like drink this milk, and it's like it's spoiled, and it's like solid, and it smells like bad everything. I'm like, I can't anymore. So eventually caught on to that. But then when Shippuden happened, I was like, all right, cool. They paused, they did everything, no more filler. But the problem there was a new problem now though. Now it's to never get ahead of the manga again. They just like pace everything. Oh God, methodically slow. I felt like I don't blame you for reading it because I have a different frustration watching Shippuden without a filler guide because you gotta just fast forward through the half episode.
Filler guides are the best. Like, yo, I love One Piece, but I need a filler guide with One Piece. Like, it's just so much. It's so long. Sungwon, I know that you are super into One Piece.
I don't know. Am I? I'm not.
I feel like, I don't know why. I just get this feeling that maybe.
Get that vibe from it.
Yeah. So just to like spin off of the filler talk, have you watched every single episode of One Piece?
Including I don't watch the fucking filler. No. Time for that shit.
Think I am?
I figured I would ask.
No, thank you. The only manga arc I hear is, I think there's one called G8, and I hear that one's pretty good for what it is, but no thank you. I mean, I skip. I mean, I learned my lesson from Naruto, because I watched some Naruto filler, and I was like, okay, I mean, they're going to get something eventually, right? And eventually I was like, fuck this. So, no, I did not watch. I'm actually kind of behind on the anime. I read the manga, but no, I didn't, and I have not seen every single. Maybe I should. Maybe I should, just to say that I'm a true fan.
Right.
But I'm
yeah,
not
all of that is fake. All of that behind you is fake love. Until you're willing to sit through the filler. I'm sorry.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I guess so.
I even watched some of those really shitty Bleach filler arcs.
Oh,
fuck.
The Bounce.
I don't. Fuck.
Ooh,
God.
that shit was bad.
I don't know why.
You gotta tell the story about it.
Well, it was when, like, I was trying to keep up with the anime at the time, and my friend and I were both super into Bleach. So we watched those when we were in college, we watched those arcs that were all about, like, the swords coming to life and hanging out and, like, all that shit. It was so bad. Those arcs were so boring, but we were like, God, we gotta just make it through. We gotta make it through, because what if later on, even though the episode...
What if something cool happens?
Well, no, it was more like, we just want more real Bleach. And at the same time, sometimes in Bleach, they would reference shit that happened in filler arcs in the actual episodes. And I was like, God damn it, what if I'm lost? What if I feel like I missed something?
I really did not like that. Like, the Bounce arc, I thought was really bad. That was the only one I watched. I think I finished it. I don't know. It probably just erased it from my memory. But they, like, kept characters from that arc, and it bled into the canon.
Yeah,
and I was like,
that was the problem.
No, I was like,
and I was
keep those like little mod dolls out of there. Like, that's, you know, if you're gonna do filler, that's fine. But One Piece does a good job of, like, once the filler's done, it's like it never happened. Like, they do not refer to it.
I don't remember Naruto ever referring to that shit either. Just specifically, Bleach tried to make their filler arcs relevant, and it made it so hard to just skip shit. Yeah.
Well, that's more background than the manga ever had.
But gross. But truth though, you are. Ooh.
I'm just saying.
No, it's not even. You can't call it shade. It's fact.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I just wanted to touch on something that we said earlier, was like good anime to recommend for somebody just starting out, and I can't believe I totally forgot, but Bakuno.
Bakuno's good. Yeah,
Bakuno is a really, really good one. It just totally slipped my mind, but that's another
very Pulp Fiction-y.
Yeah.
Bakuno and Durarara are the same people, yeah? Or no?
That's a good question. Probably, I think so.
They are.
It is.
Durarara is good too.
Yeah.
Actually, I never heard this one before. I'm out of the loop.
What, Bakuno?
Yeah.
Bakuno's
man,
great.
You gotta watch Bakuno.
It's good show.
Hey.
Good show.
It's really
all right.
Yeah, Bakuno's good. What are some other good ones for, like, new people?
Somebody in chat right now is like, why haven't they said Death Note yet? Why aren't they saying Death Note?
Just watch the live action Death Note coming out soon.
Oh.
It might be great. You don't know.
And then right after that, watch the live action Ghost in the Shell while you're at it.
Yeah, which also.
No, thank you.
No, I'm good.
That's pretty good for what it is. It's like, it's not like my top tier, but it's fun.
Death Note is really hard, and no spoils, but Death Note is really hard for me to recommend because I think it's really incredible up to a point, and then it stops.
And then it
being
gets
good.
real bad.
Yeah, that's how. I'm fine with the ending, and I'm fine with the first like 3/4, and then there's that bit in between where I just don't care, and most of the people that I talk to feel similarly. So it's really hard to recommend as like, this is a really good like series. This is a really good like full package to watch, because I don't entirely believe that. So
okay.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
I got one for you here.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so the common excuse is, oh, well, these are all great anime and all that, but I'm a busy, productive person. I'm not a NEET. You know, I got a great paying job and I'm low on time. Where are the OVAs? Are there any anime movies I can watch? And I don't know what comes to mind for you guys. I usually throw out there 1988's Akira like all day long. I'm like,
yo, the animation in Akira holds up so well too. It looks amazing.
I've actually not seen Akira yet.
It's good. It's good.
It's great.
I know. I need to. In terms of movies, Satoshi Kon's entire filmography, I would highly recommend.
Mamoru Hosoda, Summer Wars, Boy and the Beast, all his stuff is really good.
Wolf Children is great.
Wolf Children is great if you want to cry.
If you bring on the feels.
Watch that one.
I still haven't seen Your Name. And I hear Your Name is fantastic.
I haven't either. Don't tell me. I know.
Your Name is super good. Your Name is super good.
It's very sweet.
I'm jealous too, because wasn't it playing in theaters on in West Coast?
Yes.
It was in theaters, in select theater, because I got to see it too, and I'm not on the West Coast.
Mega jealous.
It was pretty nice seeing it in theaters.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
I own Garden of Words, and I still haven't fully seen that movie, but the animation in it is beautiful.
I wasn't that into that one, but the animation is beautiful in that one.
Girl Who Leapt Through Time. That's the other one I forgot.
Yeah.
What's that one about? Is it about a girl who leapt through time?
You'll have to watch and find out, won't you?
Damn it.
It's been on my list. Actually, I haven't seen it either, honestly, but I've heard, obviously, ass load of great things about it.
Yeah. I forgot that he also directed the Digimon movie.
Because I love those crossovers.
Yeah, well, because if you watch Summer Wars, it's the same movie. It's the same movie as the Digimon movie.
For anybody who's looking for an accessible anime, watch Digimon.
Yo, listen.
There you go.
I love the Digimon.
Digimon too.
Yo, Digimon Adventure 1 and 2. I was like, when I was watching Digimon Adventure 1 and 2, I was like a little too old to be watching them, but I still did it anyway. And I was like, I didn't give a fuck.
Did any of you guys watch the like new Digimon that just came out?
Try?
Oh,
yeah, Digimon Adventure Try. I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I saw. Okay. They had a special event where they had the first couple of them in the theater, and with the English dub, and they brought back a bunch of the original voice actors, and it was super cool. It was super cool to get that dub again.
I'm glad they did, because like what's his name, Joshua Seth,
yes,
I's voice, like you can't get anyone else. I mean, he like retired, but like he came back for that.
He's a magician.
Good for him.
Yeah. But yeah, he retired. He doesn't do voice acting anymore, but they got him to come back for it. It was pretty cool to hear that.
Aww.
Yeah, Digimon was the shit.
Yeah, I love Digimon.
I got Koei no Katachi, or Silent Voice.
I need to see that. I'm really need to see that.
So you can, so there is an OVA. You can watch the full movie if you want to. But honestly, I find the manga more enjoyable. Especially, and really, anyone in chat who's like excited to like find out what it feels is going to be like. You do the pilot chapter. It's like 18 pages. I was crying. I was in tears, fully, like legit, no force, within 18 pages. It's insane. Like the childhood, oh my god, everything. No spoilers, but
I think I've read. Sorry.
I'm done. I don't know what more I can say about like going into the plot, but like I shouldn't need to. Like just 18 pages, that'll take you like not even 10 minutes. Holy crap, you're in for it.
Yeah, I'm realizing I think that I've read Koei no Katachi, but I've never seen any of it. So
have we mentioned Ghibli already, didn't we? Like for movies to watch?
No.
We didn't,
because we should.
They're pretty good.
Yeah, they're all right. They make some all right shit, I guess.
What's everybody's favorite Ghibli movie?
Porco Rosso.
Nice. Okay, deep cuts.
Girls and dragons. Girls with dragons. Girls hanging out with dragons.
Nausicaa. I gotta go Nausicaa.
Okay.
I don't know, cause like, I'm kind of bad at names here. You know, I don't want to spoil. I want to ask, like, I forgot the name of it, but the one where blank. I don't want to like say what the blank starts.
Yeah.
Oh, Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah. That one.
Yeah.
You could, I mean, you could
Howl's
ask him
Moving
in the
Castle.
chat or
Castle
something.
in the Sky. Castle of Cogliostro. Man, that dude loves castles.
He
What's up
does.
with
He's
that?
super into fucking castles.
And he loves his planes.
Yeah, he loves planes.
I was just about to say, did any of you watch the plane one? The like most recent?
Yeah.
About planes?
Or the
I
Wind
wasn't that into the Wind Rises.
Yeah.
Myself. I felt it was kind of dry to me, but
it didn't. It wasn't as active. It felt more like not autobiographical, but like it just felt like it was telling a very straightforward story. So there wasn't like a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I figured it out now.
Okay.
Grave of the Fireflies. That's a kind of a strange choice right there, but it's not one let's say I'm eager to revisit because the feels are way too strong for me to want to do that again. But the impact I had at the end of it, like they really went there. Wow.
Speaking of movies that will make you want to cry, Grave of the Fireflies. Check it out.
Yeah. Oh, I watch it every day. It's just my favorite. Favorite thing.
And somehow I'm still alive.
Runner up
I'm
for
crushing
me
on right now.
Be Kiki's Delivery Service. I love Kiki. So for me, it's like Porco Rosso, then Kiki.
Yeah, Kiki's really good.
Dirty confession. It's on my. I got this huge anime to-do list. You don't even know it. It just intimidates me. It hovers over me every day. And Kiki's one I've not seen either. Actually, need to get around to though, big time.
Well, move it up to the top of your list.
Yeah, Kiki's really good.
Yeah, this year I've been trying to make my way through anime that all of my friends love, but I've never seen. Like I finally, because like the newest season of Blue Exorcist came out, I finally dove into Blue Exorcist, and that was really good. I'm finally trying to make my way through Haikyuu because I love sports anime, and I've never really watched Haikyuu, so I'm finally deep in that shit, and I want to dive into the Fate universe, but it feels so just thick. There's just so much to do in the Fate universe.
When are you gonna watch Hajime no Ippo?
Ooh, Hajime no Ippo is the shit.
I love the manga.
Literally the best sports anime ever made.
I love the manga of Hajime no Ippo, but I've never watched the anime.
I always wanted to. One that I wanted to read more of was I Shield 21. That's a sports anime I always wanted to check out.
I hear that's good.
It's apparently super good.
I hear the manga is good, but what do you think of Haikyuu so far?
I like it. I do like it. The characters aren't as easy for me to grab onto as, say, in Kuroko, and I don't know why that is, but judging by the way that I have so many friends who are obsessed with Haikyuu, I'm sure that the longer that I watch it, what I've been told is that season 1 is like all right, it sets the stage perfectly fine, and then season 2 starts to get a little more hype, and season 3 is fucking incredible. That's what I've been told by a couple of people. So
2 and 3 I think are incredible and had me actually cheering. Like,
I love that feeling in a sports anime when you're like, fuck yes!
I never do that
jazzed.
while watching shit, but I was actually, because my wife and I watched it together, and like we watched it like it was a real sports game. Like it was incredible. So if you're not as into the first season, but give it time, because I think it'll win you over with 2 and 3.
Yeah,
cool.
My husband Sam and I watched all of Kuroko together, and it was the same sort of a thing where just every time there was a game, we were like, fuck yes, like cheering and so jazzed about it.
Yeah.
And we both together tried to watch Haikyuu when it first started, and neither of us were super keen on it. So it's been, I've been trying to go back and just be like, all right, I'm gonna dedicate, you don't have to watch it with me, but I'm gonna fucking dive into this volleyball anime and see what happens. So
yeah, give it some time, let it set up the pieces, because I was not like super into it in that first season until like kind of near the end, but then like I'm like, I love Haikyuu now. I adore it.
Yeah, I gotta get back on that. I haven't small tangent. I haven't gotten into a sports anime since I originally got into Prince of Tennis. I don't know it's original Japanese.
Oh,
title,
sure.
Oh my god, I was obsessed with Prince of Tennis.
Like, actually, it's crazy because it did its objective. It's what got me into playing tennis.
Oh,
yes.
nice.
I tried to play tennis too after I got into it.
Really? Oh
yeah.
my god, yeah. I've watched some of the anime. I've read though, like English volumes like 1 through 27. I own that's actually the most I own for any particular manga series.
Wow.
And
wow.
yeah, no. Prince of Tennis got me deep. I wanted to do the boomerang snake. I wanted to do all the attacks. It was crazy. Like they showed it.
Do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want to do the one where he hits it and the meteor comes and all the dinosaurs charge the enemy?
No, it's so like God, I love all the sport tropes now. Like I was new to all of them then. I'm like, I'm ready for more. I'm down for everything. Now that I've seen that, I'm like, I want the slam dunk, and then there's the volleyball one you guys talked about earlier. Like I really want to do them all actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sports anime in general is great.
Yeah.
I actually really liked, and I don't think that many people got really into it, but there was a rugby one that played a couple of seasons ago called All Out, and I really liked All Out a lot.
Oh, nice.
But it didn't grab a lot of people, and that always sucks because you're like, man, I can tell that there's a lot more to this story, and it might never get animated. I feel like things like fighting anime or fighting manga, I guess I should say, fighting manga and sports manga are the two where you wind up always thinking to yourself, God, I wonder how this would look animated, you know? And it's always fun if you started with the manga to then see it animated
in action.
It's just it's such a good payoff if you're a fan of the manga.
Sure. Yeah.
Cross Game's a really good one. I don't know if any of you have seen that.
I think I read a little of the manga, but I don't think I watched it.
It's I think the author is Mitsuru Adachi. Don't quote me on that, but anyway, it's really good. It's a baseball one, and it has really cute characters. A nice kind of emotional. Something happens in the first episode that's like a big spoiler, I guess, and it's kind of like the emotional anger of the whole series. It's really good.
This come out. This is
that was a couple years ago.
I think I remember it now.
2009 to 2010. Yeah. I really like the old school feel to it. The style. It's got a very 80s style to it.
Yeah, his art is. I think that's because he's been doing this. I think he has a bunch of manga, and I think his style has just kind of stayed that way. Not in a bad way. Like I really like it. It's very charming.
It's really
it's refreshing.
Yeah, that's
cool. I like that a lot. Reminds me of what's his name? The guy that did Cyborg 009.
I know you're talking about.
This is gonna drive me nuts. What's his name?
I have no idea. I can't help you. I'm so sorry.
Ishinomori. Shotaro Ishinomori. Yeah. It's a very old school style, and I like that style a lot.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah. Wow. See, I was almost gonna say, who did Detective Conan again? Because
Conan.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, you're just quizzing me on all these manga. I don't know their names. I know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like
not their style, but
yeah. Conan's fun.
Yeah.
I saw a little chunk of it and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got a little intimidated when I saw how many it just never ends and goes on
long,
forever.
Dude.
It's a lot. Like, is there how many movies are there for that series?
There's like 50, I don't know, tons.
Yeah, it's double digits up there. Like there are a ton of movies.
Detective Conan movies?
Yes.
Yeah. There are a ton of
There's so many. There's so many. It's the same with I remember I got big into Lupin for a while, and I was like, I want to watch the movies because I hear they're good, and I looked it up to check out some movies, and there's 17 movies or something like that. What the hell?
Where am I right now?
Yeah. There's so many. There's probably more than that actually, but yeah.
One of the shows that's actually airing right now, I want to say, is the first comedy sports anime that I've really watched. It's called Aoyama Kun is a Clean Freak, and it's about a germaphobe who plays soccer. So it's this framework of a soccer anime, but all of the characters are a little weird. And the main character Aoyama is an obsessive clean freak, and hates getting dirty, but is playing a sport where everybody gets dirty. And the first episode I was not totally sold on. But I've continued to watch it for some reason, and now I find it really charming. But the first episode was a little bit weak, I think, until until kind of the latter half when they actually were playing soccer. And that's when I was like, yeah, they're doing it. They're doing the sport, right? And every episode after that is kind of split up that way, where the first half is like, look at all these kooky characters doing their kooky dumb shit. And then it turns into sports afterwards. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to think. I keep trying to think if there's another anime where the framework is sports, but the innards are just kind of weird comedy. And I don't know that I've watched another one that's really like that.
Yeah,
before.
Most of it is very focused on the sport to varying extents, but usually that's kind of the focus.
Well,
somebody said Food Wars. I guess that counts. I guess that counts as a comedy sports anime. Sure, Food Wars. There you go. You caught me.
I was literally going to interrupt.
Nailed it.
What about Food Wars? Is that not like sportsifying cooking? No.
I think it is. It's kind of like food battles, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a fighting anime, but with food. Sort of like fighting foodons. I mean, they're basically the same show.
I mean, which was with Masterpiece. I mean, easily one of the greatest.
It does. It's all downhill from there. That really is the peak of anime. You know what manga I really hope gets adapted into an anime is Grand Blue.
Oh my god, me too. Grand Blue is so good. It's so funny. I didn't expect it to be as funny as it is.
Yeah, it's really good.
So what is that?
Yeah, Grand Blue.
It's a diving manga.
Oh,
really? Is it?
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm looking at this right now. Hang on.
It's about a guy who ends up having to move to the beach to go to a school, and he stays with his uncle who owns a diving shop, and he winds up getting sort of wrapped up in this weird kind of frat culture. Like it's really funny, and I didn't think it was going to be. But diving is like the loose, really loose framework of the whole thing. Really, it's just a very, very funny manga about a dude who winds up in kind of a bizarre situation with bizarre people and gets wrapped up in it a little too quickly. Yeah. Like it becomes normal for him too fast. Goes on these adventures
that some would consider to be bizarre. It's anyway, yeah, it's good. It's really good. Everybody should check it out.
If you're like me and you really love sort of juxtaposing facial expressions, what I mean by that is like somebody looks normal and the next panel they look fucking not normal at all, like too intense or too weird, and then it goes back to normal. If like that's the sort of comedy you love, like that's where I'm at. So
that always gets a laugh from me.
Yeah, same.
Let's see.
Because I don't read too much manga. I should, but I don't know. I usually watch more anime.
Yeah, anime is. I watch anime when I can. It's just for manga, I can just like blaze through it. Like
yeah, that's the same thing for me actually. Like I was burned off of Naruto. Actually, Naruto's filler is what caused me to really consider manga at that point. I was like, maybe I should try reading.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Revolutionary.
But I love but like we were saying, Dukes, it was really cool like when you read a manga and you're like, oh, I want to see what this looks like animated, you like see those shots and you're just like, I can't wait. And then like the anime comes out and it looks really cool, which is what happened to me with JoJo's when JoJo's was coming, like when I was reading part 4 and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see this. And then I got to see it animated and it was really cool because I think they did a really good job with that.
Yeah, someone you were saying you just started JoJo's, right?
Yeah, I just started. I'm only a couple episodes in, but it's certainly an experience.
It's an anime, that's for sure.
Season 1 is so like it's all weird, but season 1 is strange. I think season 1 is really hard to get into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really?
I thought season 1 was hard.
I've heard
I hear the JoJo after this is like much easier to get into.
Oh, Joseph is a lot more. It's not that Jonathan isn't likable, but he's very much a product of the time.
He's kind of a vanilla character.
He's just kind of a cardboard box to me. He's just like, I feel you're a bad guy, and yes, I am.
Trihex, what were you gonna say?
That I heard the opposite. That like season 1 is like lit, and then later on, mind you, it's just like Pro. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that 1 is lit, and then season 2 onward is like optional. But now I'm hearing the opposite from y'all. I'm like, oh, okay. Now I'm just double intrigued now to get it all.
Most people tell me to if you were, I never skip stuff, but if you were gonna skip, maybe skip the first part. That's what I hear
No, it's important for the third season.
No, I'm not gonna skip it.
Yeah, good, because I would have harsh words.
I never do that. It's like, no, I'm gonna watch all of it. You know, like Skypiea in One Piece. I watched all of that.
Yeah. So the thing is, season 1 is parts 1 and 2 of JoJo. So season 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is the first 2 parts of the first 2 big arcs of the manga are contained within season 1, and then the third arc or part is the second season, and so that's how it goes. So it's confusing like that, but it's
gotcha.
But it's really good, and because the OVA came out in 1992, which was the third part, which was Stardust Crusaders. Everybody's like, you could just skip part 1 and 2. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because you will miss a lot of story and back stuff. But yeah, it's really good. And they finished up part 4, which is my favorite part. So I'm happy because that's all I wanted was part 4 anime, and I got it. So I'm just like, everything else is gravy.
Part 4 anime was so good too.
Yeah, it's a slice of life action show.
Oh, well, I'm on board then.
It kind of is. It kind of is.
It is. Yeah, it absolutely is. Josuke is best JoJo. But yeah, I was really happy to that's like the only anime I watched like as soon as the new episode came out.
Right.
Is like, and sometimes I would skip a few episodes and then like binge them and watch like 4 or 5 at once, just so I could so I didn't have to wait.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that? Do you ever do that with anime? If like a new episode's coming out, you kind of like wait a couple weeks, and then when there's a couple episodes,
you let them pile up. That
yeah.
The cliffhanger, Omega. It's a strat. It's a patent strat.
That's what Sam and I wound up doing with Mob Psycho. Everybody was like, no, just wait. And then we watched all 3 of the last episodes at the same time, and we were like, we should have just watched those while they were coming out. Like sometimes it doesn't have as good of a payoff because I think the I don't know, like the suspense adds to it. Yeah, and sometimes when you like wait and watch them all at once, it feels like it happened too fast. That's kind of how this felt.
Okay.
Sure.
No spoils for Boku no Hero, which you should all watch because it's fucking so
super
good.
Lit.
I have not seen the second season yet.
Actually,
the animation bumps up quite a bit.
See, what I do actually is I usually wait till a show is done and then I watch it. I usually don't watch stuff week by week unless it's like one where I've already read the manga or something, but otherwise I like waiting and just, first of all, just because I kind of don't have enough patience, and also like people spoil shit on Twitter all the time, so it's like, I'd rather just wait, and then once it's kind of died down, I'll watch it through, and then not have to worry about, this week I gotta watch it really fast, or else everyone's gonna be, spoiling it and stuff. So that's usually what I do.
Now, I have a question for y'all real quick here. Because I see you're all like anime connoisseurs, and you guys have the infinite wisdom. Yeah. So there's this mystery child anime that Keijo, right?
Oh, sure.
It's over, correct? Over/canceled?
The manga got canceled, and I don't believe they plan on making more of the anime. Yeah.
Is Keijo the butt?
So I've never
Keijo's the butt one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the butt. What do you want to call it here?
Butt sports.
Fan service as a sport, like boob attack, butt cleavage attack, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a series so hyped and then I guess financially flop. Is that what happened here? Like, can you tell me more about the sociology of what happened with that?
Yeah.
Or is it kind of tough to really define?
I don't know. It's you go ahead, Dukes.
I was gonna say, apparently what happened is that the mangaka was having a really hard time with the schedule of being a mangaka. They ran into some issues with making the Keijo manga, and the manga wasn't necessarily doing as well, even though the anime, for the most part, did fine. There were some issues with getting the manga out on time and with burnout, and the mangaka just having a lot of problems that way. And so after some conversations about it, they determined that the manga should end. The mangaka has admitted that they wish that they got at least one more arc out of it, but that ending it when they did was the best plan. I thought that the anime, as a person who doesn't like fan service, I thought that the anime was fucking hilarious because it like took itself so seriously.
Okay.
The animation of like a person would be attacking another person with their butt, right? But the animation was so intense and they took it so seriously, like they might as well have been shooting one another with a gun, right? Like it was incredible in that aspect. And I think in order to sell that, they wound up in the anime not including as much of the story that the mangaka was putting into the actual manga. So I think there was also kind of a weird disconnect there where the manga didn't feel the same as the anime at all. Yeah. So I do think that the Keijo anime is honestly hilarious. Like it's a really, really funny anime that's animated really well, but apparently we're not going to be getting any more of it. No.
Yeah.
Oh, sad face.
There we go. No more Keijo. No more attacking people with butt guns.
Shit. Why can't I live in a world where butt guns are okay?
Yeah, if only. Wait, did we talk about Bungo Stray Dogs at all?
No, I don't think so.
I think we did.
No,
Did you watch it?
They played all of it, right? Season 1 and 2?
That was in the I just realized that was one we kind of skipped over. Did you watch that one, Dukes?
I've watched season 1. I didn't watch season 2. I'd like to though.
Yeah. What did you think?
So a bunch of the characters, Bungo Stray Dogs has really interesting characters, and all of the main characters are apparently based off of old Japanese authors, like famous authors that did strange things or were kind of eccentric, and so those eccentricities are then turned into the powers that these different characters have, which I thought was really interesting and one of the reasons why I really wanted to give it a shot. And I think that it's good. I loved that there's a specific character that shows up in Bungo where Twitch chat would just spam the word edgelord over and over again, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I mean, I think that it's pretty good. It wasn't so good that when season 2 got announced, I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait to watch season 2, you know, but it was enjoyable to watch. I liked it. So
yeah,
I guess I'm kind of mid-range. Out of 10, I would give it maybe a 6. It's like enjoyable, but not, I wasn't super hype about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, there's some shows like that. It's like you watch and you're like, yeah, it was all right.
That was a good time.
I didn't lose my time. You know?
Yeah. Well, I think I mentioned it briefly earlier when we were talking about Luluco, but one that they constantly tease a second season for and have like constantly joked that it'll happen and never does is Inferno Cop. Which am I the only person that's seen Inferno Cop?
You've sent me clips of Inferno Cop so many times.
Everybody needs to watch it. So Inferno Cop, if I'm not mistaken, is the first thing Trigger ever made. So as soon as everybody left, the people that left Gainax to make Trigger left and formed it, they made this web series called Inferno Cop, and it's so
Lord,
good.
what is this?
Yo,
wow.
I'm serious.
Like, let me see.
Watch it. Like it's on Crunchyroll. I'm serious.
All right, so compare this to Pantheon Stalking. Is this kind of like that or?
No. Well, no. It's got less of a plot.
That is not saying much.
It's basically just a bunch of guys that were like, hey, what can we do? We have this really funny idea about this guy who is sort of like Ghost Rider and he fights crime. What if we turned him into a car? And then it's just, it feels like they just any idea that somebody threw out, they just wrote into the script. It's really funny and it's super short. It's the same kind of thing as Luluco. Episodes are like, I don't know.
Like 6-7 minutes or something.
6.5 minutes are super short. But yeah, it's really good. And super funny. It's you should check it out.
You're passionate. Man, okay, I'm in.
The whole season is like an hour long or something like that. So
okay.
Right.
It might even be less than that. But yeah, it's really funny. Yeah, check it out right now.
I guess like something that I definitely wanted to touch on during this is just in case we get in a huge ramble and it doesn't wind up happening, I figure I'll just like throw it out now. If they were to do another anime marathon, is there anything specific that you would like to see in it?
Man.
Like something that you think would be really fun for like the chat experience. Sorry, Trihex.
Yeah.
I'd like to see some themes happen. I'm not sure, like, I don't have anything specific yet comes to mind, but like, just seeing them say like, yeah, we're like, let's explore some themes here. Like, here's like, I'm gonna sell y'all on why slice of life is so good, and then like,
right,
that happens, or I don't know.
Just like a bunch of magical girl anime all in a row.
Oh my
God, I would watch the shit out of that.
I want to see Bahayo become like the #1 emote that month. Like the Bat Marathon alone makes Bahayo become #1 like, in usage.
Okay, I want Senryu. I think that's what it's called. Is it
Senryu?
Yeah. Senryu. Is that what I'm thinking of? No. That's not it. It's this like joke. It's this like joke RPG anime. I think I recommended it to you, Sungwon, a little while ago. Senyu. That's what it is. Senyu.
What is that?
I watched it. Okay, so it's basically like a parody of JRPG games, and it's very bizarre and off the wall, strange. It's sort of. Can you detect the theme in the kinds of anime that I like? It's very similar to like. It's also short form. So it's like Luluco or Inferno Cop. It's very quick, but it's very nonsensical and strange and super fun. It's about this guy who's a hero, and he meets the queen of the underworld, and they go on an adventure together. And like for some episodes, some characters are drawn completely differently for no reason. It's really good. I like it a lot. Yeah,
my God. Speaking of that, anytime somebody's like, "Oh, you've never seen anime before? You should really watch Fully Cooley." I'm like, don't do this. Don't recommend that for somebody's very first anime. Why would you any of you who are watching right now, if you've ever done that to a friend, you did them a huge disservice. They watched that and were like, what is happening? Where am I?
Yeah.
In terms of ones to stream for like I think Haikyuu would be a good one, just for people who are like sports anime, that's kind of what I was like a little bit back in the day. But I recommended this to a friend recently who like doesn't watch that much anime, and he loved it. Like he was so into like all 3 seasons. So I think that would be. I think it's very accessible, and it easily hooks you into the like. It can very clearly show you why people like sports anime.
Sure.
So I think that would be a good sort of one for a big audience. And it's just fucking good. So
yeah. Let's see.
I would love if more people got to see Ore Monogatari or My Love Story.
Oh yeah.
I think that's one of the best romance anime that I've ever seen because it's just so sweet. It's just like such a sweet, different sort of story. And whenever somebody's like, I just want to watch something that's real nice, I'm like, go watch Ore Monogatari. It's so good.
That is the definition of nice and pure.
Yeah, just stop. I want to watch it now.
Oh,
goodbye, everyone.
Overlord is another one I would definitely want to see.
Oh shit, Overlord's great. Yeah.
Overlord,
season 2.
Is it happening?
Yeah, they're making a season 2. I'm super jazzed.
Nice. All of Gintama. Just all like 394 episodes.
I was actually surprised that they didn't do something like that. Like that Crunchyroll didn't take one of the shows that they have a shitload of episodes for and just be like, all right, here you go from start to finish.
One Piece marathon, guys. Come on,
dog.
Just go. That's the whole weekend.
Dude, it'd be out of control. It'd be so much. Oh man.
I'm like trying to think. I'm like looking at everything in the Crunchyroll library and like thinking about what would be really cool for another stream.
Yeah, if Crunchyroll like sponsored another one, yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Man, let's see.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh obviously is on here, so Yu-Gi-Oh.
Of course.
Wait, Yu-Gi-Oh's on there? How did I not know that? I would watch a Yu-Gi-Oh marathon so bad.
Okay, I didn't want to be the first one to say it, but like low key, like GX season 4 I hear is super lit. Like it's really, really dark. It's awesome.
Nice.
I hear 5Ds is fantastic. I've watched episode 1, but I hear it's like super dark, really, really good.
Nice.
I mean, season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh, you already know. Yami kills someone every episode. Spoilers, every episode.
Dude on fire.
I can't believe
it's dark. I love it. I'm like family friendly, whatever. let's fucking go.
No, it's fine. They all go to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. They're in the Shadow
If
Realm.
these discs touch your legs, you'll go to the Shadow Realm.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Yugi marathon is like just the right amount of like meme meets being taken seriously. Like it's so good.
Duels in chat would be out of control.
Oh my god.
People constantly asking what time is it.
Final answer. I vote Yu-Gi-Oh marathon. That'd be like super hot. Like
yeah. I actually watch Yu-Gi-Oh marathon. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
A selfish choice would be Chihaya Furu, which is my favorite anime of all time.
Pitch it.
Chihaya Furu is about Karuta, which is a Japanese game where you have to hit these poetry verses on cards. It's like a reflex game, and you have to hit it before the other opponent, which sounds really boring, but it's not. It's fucking incredible. Characters are amazing. It basically throws you into this world of this sport that even in Japan is pretty niche.
Right.
But the characters in it all love it, and just it's so. I cannot give it a good pitch, but just watch like a couple episodes. You will follow. Everyone I've ever pitched this to who has watched it has loved it. So Chihaya Furu, go watch it.
It sounds a little similar to an anime that's showing right now called Fastest Finger First. That I feel like a lot of people are not watching, but it's about competitive speed quizzes. So like it's basically like speed trivia.
Wait, what's that one called again? Check that one. That one sounds interesting too, actually.
The one I was just talking about?
Yeah.
Fastest Finger First. It's on Crunchyroll.
Nice.
I think there's 4 episodes out right now, but that's one of the few shows this season where I'm watching each episode as it comes out because it's just like fun.
Yeah, at this point, like any like concept, I'll never be like that sounds dumb because like you know Silver Spoon is a farm anime. Chihaya Furu is not this obscure game I've never heard of. It doesn't matter. If it's good writing, it's good. You know.
Yeah.
So.
It's incredible how anime can kind of the way that Trihex was saying earlier, how he got super into Prince of Tennis and then was like, I'm gonna fucking play tennis. It's fascinating how that can affect you sometimes. I got super into Hikaru no Go as well, and I like bought a Go table, and I still have no fucking idea how to play Go. I tried playing Go online for a while, and every time I got shit on, and I've like accepted now that I don't understand Go at all, but I got so into it that I was like, I'm gonna buy a Go table.
Yeah,
I'm gonna become really good at
Go. Hikaru no Go was lit.
It was lit, fam.
Yeah, it was lit F. What was lit F?
Lit AF.
We don't even say that it's an acronym. We just AF.
Yeah, it's staff.
Yeah.
Lit F.
We are in 3017 now. I love it.
3017. We've moved beyond the need to say the individual letters. What was the one I wanted to? Well, it sucks because my favorite anime is Fist of the North Star, and that's like 151 episodes, so that's a no-go.
Okay.
But that'd be sick. That'd be so sick to watch as a stream.
I just play right after the One Piece one.
Exactly.
One Piece, just do all the big shonens.
That's like for me with Yu Yu Hakusho. Or I'm like, I would love to watch just a straight up marathon of Yu Yu Hakusho, but I know that not as many people are as on board with that as I am.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong.
In that regard, though, I feel like a nostalgia block theme, people would be down. If you said like Yu Yu, Inuyasha,
or
I don't know,
even if you just played like the first arcs of those, like the first like 12 episodes of them or something, and be like, hey, if you want to watch more, you can go watch them.
Oh no, that would be so dangerous.
Yeah.
Baited. Yeah. Now you're like what 150 episodes in deep, and you want to marry Kagome, but she's already taken. You're just on like suicide watch.
God, I hate Inuyasha. I hate Inuyasha.
Wait. Now I'm interested here. I'm interested. No one's judging, but I'd love to hear. Is it the NA dubbing? Is that what it is?
No, I never watched the dub. I just really hated Inuyasha because it felt like it never really changed, and like the characters were just really hard for me to deal with, and their priorities and how they like conducted themselves. Like, I was still pretty young at that point, and I still hate it. It was the same with Tenchi Muyo. I felt like Tenchi Muyo was the same thing over and over and over again, and all of the characters were insufferable. I had the same problems with both shows, but everybody that I knew was obsessed with both of them when they were coming out. So, yeah.
That might be some rose tinted nostalgia right there. Because I agree. Inuyasha to me is just Kagome, win Scar, Kagome, win Scar, like every episode.
That's Saga.
Yeah. But now the problem is we're mocking it, but I think we're doing a better job than the dub did, honestly, at times.
Damn, exposed. Hey, listen, I just wanted to marry Sesshomaru and that's it. Like, just let me marry.
I mean,
Sesshomaru's pretty fine.
He's dreamy. He's so dreamy.
I have a friend where
He's the
anytime
bad
somebody
boy.
uses a reaction image of him, they're just like, my husband, where have you been all these years?
Yeah.
Yeah. The lust for him was real for a lot of people.
Yeah. But I think it'd be cool to have like a nostalgia block. I think that'd be really interesting.
That would be fun.
That would be super fun.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fun. I would drop everything for that. Make time for that for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But
on this topic though, I love because we kind of dabbled a little bit here.
Yeah.
Dubs and subs. I know a couple of y'all have some
touchy subject.
Touchy? Is it touchy?
No, not really.
I think we're all even keel enough to not be like, fuck dubs forever, subs only.
Casuals in chat.
Yeah. There's some things that I'll watch dub and I'll give dub a chance for some things, but I'll normally go for sub first.
Yeah.
Sometimes if I've already watched something subtitled and I want to rewatch it while I'm doing stuff, I'll put it on dub just to see what it's like. I actually really like the Samurai Champloo dub.
I was gonna say the one we all can recommend universally usually is the Bebop dub.
What
gave
both of
confidence
those
in dub
did
quality,
pretty good.
right?
That dub's great.
But are there other ones of that quality that come to mind?
I have a story whenever I talk about subs and dubs, and usually what I like, what will make me respect a dub a lot is if an actor takes a really interesting and unique spin on a character. And the one I always think of is actually coming back to Outlaw Star, is in Outlaw Star, Gilliam, the ship's computer. The dub voice for Gilliam is so good. It's so good. And honestly, I prefer it a little bit to the Japanese voice. Because in the Japanese voice, he does like a very robotics kind of staccato way of talking. And in the dub, they make him talk like Hal from 2001. So it's a very soft kind of like, I don't know why you would want to do that, Gene. Like they sort of make him talk like that. And it's so different, but it works. It works super well. And it's such a great choice. And like, I love when they do a really interesting creative choice like that in dubs. And that is really cool. But, you know, I usually listen to something subbed first. I'll watch it subbed and then check out the dub and, you know, see how I like it in comparison. So
sure.
Yeah.
I'm a big Seiyu fan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like I don't really fanboy over like celebrities or anything. But Seiyu are like the only exception for me. So you know, I love, you know, all kinds of like hearing my favorite Seiyu and stuff. So for me, I watch stuff subbed usually, but dubs have gotten much better.
They have.
They definitely have.
This is true.
You know, I think a lot of people are still thinking of like, you know, how bad they were a long time ago. But
like mid-90s garbage.
Yeah, but they've definitely stepped up their game.
What are you talking about, man? The Excel Saga dub's great.
Stop this.
I was talking about what was the first gen Dragon Ball Z dub by
like the Ocean?
Ocean whatever.
Don't say something you can't take back. I really like the Ocean. I really like the Ocean dub.
I was actually going to mention Dragon Ball, that like Dragon Ball is one of those ones that I have tried to watch subbed so many times and I just cannot do it. I get that Goku Seiyu is a fucking treasure and she is wonderful, but like I can't watch the sub of Dragon Ball. It's so hard. It's so hard.
It's just that you didn't grow up with it, you know?
I know.
For them, they're probably like, why does he sound like he's like 35 in like our version?
Yeah. Well, I have a small thing there. The reason why I can understand why it's weird and foreign to you, but okay, so I was a little bit privileged here. A little small tangent. I actually grew up in proximity to this video store in the 90s called Sci-Fi City. And so in 1999, young me, just, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Z obsessed me was like, I want more. Frieza Saga's moving too slow. They're releasing it too slow. I'm so annoyed, whatever. But this sci-fi store actually had subtitled VHS releases of all the Dragon Ball Z movies, like way in advance. And not only that, because they had, it's like, I'm young, I'm like 12 years old, I can't afford any of this shit.
Right.
They had rentals in '99. You could $4 a night, you could rent a Dragon Ball Z movie. So believe you me, I took my 12-year-old broke poverty ass allowance and blew that every weekend on one movie, and eventually got through all of them. And through that alone, I was able to, I just got used to the subs, and that alone conditioned me to be used to subs. Facebook's voice, everything, the whole 9 yards.
It's interesting.
That's funny. That's funny you mentioned that. I had a similar experience when I was younger. I used to go to Suncoast Video, and
oh my God.
And I would
rip.
Yeah, rip. R.I.P. Pepperonis. I would buy the Evangelion VHS tapes because that was what they had, and they would have they had 2 versions of each episode. They had one tape that was sub and one tape that was dub, and whatever they had, because I only had enough to buy one at a time, so I would buy whatever was available. Somebody might have bought the other one, so I had a mixture, and they came on white VHS tapes. They were I still have them somewhere. They're really cool.
Ooh.
And and so I have a mixture of both, so I got exposed to both the dub and the sub version of Eva. So that's
what do you prefer?
That's a really good question, and I feel like it's hard for me to answer that objectively because I had more of the dub than the sub.
Okay.
But they're both very good. I think I probably prefer the dub, but just because I had more of it. So like I said, it's hard for me to answer that objectively. But they're both they're both really good, I think. I think the Ava dub is actually pretty good.
Dude, yeah, I worked my ass off one summer on the farm because my dad was like, if you
on the farm.
Yeah, I grew up on a farm. Just there we go, base knowledge.
Yeah.
And my dad needed a lot of help one summer, and he was like, "Look, if you help me, I'll pay you. Like, I'll give you some money." And I was like, "Awesome." And it did not take long for my mom to realize that all I wanted to blow that fucking money on was Dragon Ball VHS because they made a picture. Because the VHS tapes made a big picture, and I needed all of them. So she got to the point where she wouldn't give me the money anymore. She would just keep track of how much it was, and then we would go to Suncoast, and I would be like, "All right, how much do I got? How many can I afford?"
Yeah.
That was I did the same thing. Just that's all that I used my my work money on.
So I got a great question here. On that topic, has anime become more affordable since then? Because I think back then it was $22 for a 3-episode VHS tape.
It was rough.
Have we gotten better since then?
I think accessing anime has gotten a lot easier because there are subscription services like Crunchyroll.com.
Oh,
I was like, I want to say it, but I already did the sellout thing earlier, so no, I can't do it again. They'll hate me.
It's so much easier to watch anime now.
Yeah.
So I think just overall it is more affordable. To buy it, I don't know. To actually physically own it, I honestly have no idea.
It has to be because the whole 3-episode thing was absurd.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. There were there was almost nothing on them.
Yeah, you can buy a whole season of a show, and Amazon makes things super cheap now.
Yeah.
You can buy them because I still buy physical stuff. Because I gotta have a physical copy, so so for me, it's way better now. We're truly #blessed.
Yeah, because
yep,
praying hands emoji. Because if you, it's not as niche anymore. It's really just not that small of a market. It's growing, and there's more people interested, and so when demand goes up, then the price goes down because people want to compete with each other. So it's really great that we are in a time where anime and anime accessories are more available.
It's true.
I agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah, but I agree with you there, Dex. That DBZ VHS struggle was real.
Real though.
I would get so tilted when I would like, especially during, because like okay, so like small thing here. Yeah. I engaged on, okay, so officially in Namek Saga, I was like, all right, fuck this. I'm tired of waiting. I'm gonna start like, because if Funimation knew what they were doing, they started throwing them out there ahead of time. You can wait till like next year, or you can start getting ahead of the way ahead of schedule. So I was sitting here falling for it. I say falling for it, you know, supporting it, loving the industry and whatnot. But like, man, Namek Saga, the pacing is so frustrating there at times. Yeah. And like, I bought every episode of Namek Saga. I'm just like, there were some times I wanted to punch everyone. Bulma, Gohan, Vegeta, they're all idiots. I'm like, oh my god, can something happen, please?
Yeah.
Like, it takes so long to get to Captain Ginyu doing something. Finally, or to get you.
Yeah, and then the whole like, sorry, spoilers for Dragon Ball Z chat. The whole like, this planet is going to blow up in 5 minutes, and it takes so many episodes for those 5 minutes to be up. As a kid, I was like, are you kidding me? Like, when is this fight gonna be over? And I love me a good fight scene. Don't get me wrong, but hot damn, that took too fucking long.
I mean, it becomes a fight arc at a certain point.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, I remember hearing from a friend that about Dragon Ball, you know, because not Dragon Ball Z, because we all watched Dragon Ball Z, and then I really wanted to watch Dragon Ball, but there's like nowhere to watch it forever.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like impossible to find, you know. I mean, I think there was translated manga, but the actual episodes, like, they weren't really being localized, and then they finally started doing them later. But I remember I wanted to watch people, and I ended up liking Dragon Ball more than Dragon Ball Z.
I would love to hop in on this topic right here. So I didn't want to bring it up because I figured it was like too manga centric to really bring up. No, on that regard, if it's a small little derail here again. If anyone here ever was like, well, I watch a lot of anime, but I don't know, manga isn't really for me. In my channel time, I universally say, I know everyone here has watched DBZ. I know all of you are mostly 90s kids and whatnot. If you love Dragon Ball Z, you would love Dragon Ball. Read it. Give it a 30-page challenge. This is what the thing always patented. 30-page challenge. Read Dragon Ball Volume 1. You get on there. I promise you, it's an action comedy. And you're like, oh, Tien's actually useful. Krillin's got great, like, all the
Dragon
useless
Ball
crap in Dragon Ball Z. Like, everyone's
so different from Dragon Ball Z.
Yamcha, you would love Yamcha.
Wolfang Fist. Wolfang Fist, my boy. Tien, strongest human. Tien is the strongest human.
Like, oh my god, I feel so bad for people who have only seen Dragon Ball Z and don't know. They don't know. They don't know what these characters are really like.
Was a force to be reckoned with.
Right, Chaozu used to be the bomb.
He was just a creepy doll. He was like, actually mess you up.
He was strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Strong ass.
You would love Dragon Ball. Give it a shot. You actually laugh, not just awe at battles.
Yeah, it's really fun.
Yeah, and you can see the beginning of Piccolo, the best green dad. You can see his true beginnings.
That's green dad.
He's a bad motherfucker too.
He will mess you up.
He will also mess you up.
Yeah. King of all evil.
I loved as an adult now, I love seeing people point out things that got censored when it came over here. Like all of the flashback points in Dragon Ball Z where it was like young Goku and he would have underwear on, like they would like paint little underwear on him, but he was actually naked. Or like Sailor Moon, like when people would be in automobiles and things without seatbelts and they would like paint a seatbelt on.
Oh my god.
I didn't know
that. Good.
I just
oh
saw
my
a tweet
god.
about that. Yeah.
No, okay. The most cringe one I remember from Dragon Ball Z as far as editing goes is like there's like an early episode of DBZ where Master Roshi is holding obviously beer, and they have to remove the beer foam and change the dub dialogue, and he says, "Oh, this apple juice is really good."
This like, apple juice is delicious.
Yeah, you do way better than me, my god. Bless.
I love when they change all the alcohol stuff. That's like the best.
So funny.
Like I can't get enough
obvious.
Of juice for grown-ups. It's yeah, they always do really good edits for that.
Yeah, Sailor Moon. # they're just cousins.
Oh, Jelly Donut. Everybody's bringing up the Jelly Donut, which is of course the greatest localization of all time.
I don't know if I know that one.
The Pokemon one?
The onigiri thing?
The onigiri? So Brock had these onigiri, the little rice balls, and it was like, you want a donut, Ash? Jelly filled are my favorite. And it's just like,
I remember this.
They kept saying it.
Did you watch the clip where they changed, I think it was an onigiri, to a sub sandwich rolling down a hill? They actually put in a sub. I have to find a clip after this.
I want to see it so bad.
It's incredible. Like they put one in. Oh my god, it's so good.
Subway sandwich.
And you know what? I thought those onigiri were donuts because I did not know what onigiri were.
Yeah, right? We had no idea.
I was like, it's like a powdered donut. That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it was just like a Japanese donut. I was like, oh, they must look different over there. They must call them donuts, but there's something different. Okay, cool. You know, and it just like. My idiot child brain just accepted that.
People in chat keep pointing out them making it so that Sanji isn't smoking but sucking on a lollipop. But look, it's way worse in Japan where they just black out the entire mouth. Somebody's smoking and they just put a big black bar over their face.
Yeah. There's an episode in JoJo's where he's smoking a cigarette and it's just like big old black mark. Like all you can see is like the top.
Tell me about that. So wait, so you can't show smoking being depicted? Is that in Japan? Like what do you?
I think you can now, can't you?
It's weird. I think.
Or is it just like does it have to do with how old the character is or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's the JoJo one. Is the because Jotaro's 17 and so I don't think he can smoke.
Yeah.
So
okay,
big old black bar over his face. I believe that's what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. But
in One Piece, there is a character named Smoker, who his entire thing is he smokes, and they call him, I think, they call him Chaser in the dub.
Okay. Oh my god, I love it. Smoker is one of the best characters.
He's a great character.
As much as we rag on that, the 4Kids rap opening is so good.
It is exquisite.
It's so good.
Oh my god.
Good. My text tone on my phone is the yo that at the opening. It's so.
Oh my god.
For whatever reason, that song is fuego. I love it.
Does 4Kids still exist?
I don't know.
I mean, if we're gonna meme hard right now, I used to know the whole Dragon Ball GT English opening.
The GT one. That's so.
Welcome to the Grand Tour. I used to know the whole thing, but like I forgot it now though.
Yeah, but, I know the whole One Piece opening. I won't sing it though.
Yeah. You mean the English one? Oh,
the English one. The English one.
I know every word. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see.
Don't worry, chat is basically singing it for you in your
Thank
voice.
You. Yeah. Sanji's cooking. Chopper's doctoring.
Doctoring. Stop.
Yeah.
And that was the second version.
Yeah, wasn't there? There was one earlier. It's like Sanji's cooking for the would-be king or something like that.
Something like that.
Who knows? Yeah, I don't know. He's made a rubber. How did that happen? Yo, whoa, he took a bite of gum. Okay. I'm done. No more.
Oh my god.
Here's one question. Was there ever a time where there was a dub of an anime that happened and like narration was added that wasn't? I guess I asked that question because like the Dragon Ball Z dub narrator is so iconic to me for whatever reason. Next time. Yeah. But like was there ever
episode of Dragon Ball Z? Yeah.
Was there ever accessibility narration added? Is that considered an English change or whatever?
I can't think of accessibility narration. But
sorry.
No. One big thing that I always remember, and it's my favorite dub line change of all time, is in the original Sailor Moon dub when Darien.
No, keep
Mamoru,
it Darien. No, his name is Darien.
Reveals
it's actually Darien.
So, right. Darien reveals that he's Tuxedo Mask, and in the Japanese version, she just kind of has a shocked look on her face, and she's just like, oh, like that. You know, she makes like a shocked sound. Yeah. But in English, she goes, he really is Tuxedo Mask. I don't believe it. And it's the best. It's the best.
Oh.
It's so good. I love it. Yeah, that was really good.
Oh my gosh.
I can't think of any like narration changes though.
No, I was gonna say that like I used to watch a ton of fan subs, because you just couldn't access a lot of anime back when I was a kid.
Right.
I'm old. So I used to wind up having fan subs sent to me, and a lot of times the person would take the time to put like asterisks all over the place, right? Or like they would start off an episode with a big panel that was like, here's what a nakama is, and here's why it's very important to the One Piece story. Like all of that kind of stuff. They would try to like give you lots of context for things that would happen in the subtitled version.
Yeah. I mean, all according to Kickhawk is, you know, just that's the classic one. Yeah, that's the classic one.
Kikaku means plan.
Yeah, Kikaku means plan. That's like the go-to when I think of that. Yeah.
I love it. They do that a lot in manga too now. Like they'll put like little
asides.
What's the term for it? Asides. I guess that works. Yeah.
Explanations and stuff. Yeah.
Translators notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of English releases now will like on the back they'll have like a whole page, like section dedicated to like all the like explanations to stuff, which I think is nice.
Right.
Nice touch.
I can appreciate that as well. Well, we're coming up on 2 hours, y'all.
Cool.
I feel like we've had I know, man. I had full faith that we could gab about anime for 2 hours easy.
Oh yeah.
Peasy.
No problem.
Yeah, it was super, super fun. But yeah, let's wrap up unless you guys have something else that you would love to touch on while we're all here together being friends and talking about anime.
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Pretty much any, the One Piece rap,
yeah.
Everything.
Truly the highlight of the 2 hours.
Really is
if
sexy
we're being
in a mask,
honest.
I don't believe it. Yeah,
he really is sexy in a mask. I don't believe it.
There is something I do want to praise here.
Yeah.
If you would mind. Okay, I love both this marathon, but especially what's being shown here through the pride of the anime culture crossover with that whole worldwide premiere of Welcome to the Ballroom. The fact that things premiered on Twitch, that says a lot. Anyone can do a marathon.
Yeah.
Not that the marathon was not bad or anything like that. Marathon's awesome, but the fact that we had like culture exclusivity with the premiere here, it has me really excited for the future of Twitch and Crunchyroll, Twitch and anime. I love that. I want this to be like, Crunchyroll and Twitch. Anime lives on Twitch. I just want a commercial like that at this point. I'm so hyped for the future.
That's so cool.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was such a cool reveal. Was like, yeah, we're watching it, but this is also straight up the world premiere. Like no one has seen this yet. I was like, damn. Yeah. Like that's pretty cool. It definitely speaks to how much the sort of Western world is appreciating anime culture more now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that. Yeah, so we're getting more anime on Twitch, which is awesome, and hopefully we'll get more anime on Twitch in the future. Yeah, so I guess we'll take a second and tell you guys who we are and what we do and where you can find us in the future if you enjoyed listening to us gab about anime and would like to hear us gab about it some more. Octo, would you like to go first?
Sure. Hey, what's up? I'm Octopimp. I do a series called 50% Off. It's a parody of Free Utoi Swim Club. I also do a series called Yaoi on the Rocks, which is a parody of Yuri on Ice. And on Twitch, I play anime fighting games like Guilty Gear and things like that. So if you enjoy fighting games, check me out. Twitch.tv/Octopimp. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Trihex?
Well, thank you again. Thank you, everyone. I speedrun. I actually will be live when we wrap up with this. So if you want to come check out what I'm about, if you want to come on through and tell me, again, who's best girl in all the animes you watch, if you are into and excited to get into the wonderful world of manga reading as an anime connoisseur yourself, come over to my camp. I'll elaborate much further on the whole DBZ versus Dragon Ball argument, and we can go from there. And I'll have you read manga into the stream. I have plenty of, again, patented here, the 30-page challenges. I have like plenty of them ready for you. So come on through twitch.tv/Trihex, TRIHEX. I'll be live whenever we're wrapping up with this a little bit. So very, very, very excited to be on here today. I was so happy to be invited. Thank you, everyone, all of you.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, this is so fun. Tomoko-chan?
Hi, I'm Tomoko-chan. And so you can find me on YouTube, ProZD, PROZD. I do skits and other kinds of videos. I'm on Twitter, ProZDKP, PROZDKP, and then I just became a Twitch partner, and I haven't really done too much with Twitch, but I'm excited to, and I'm actually gonna try to start doing some stuff with it. So twitch.tv/ProZD. So check me out if you're interested. Yeah, just Google ProZD and you'll see where I'm at, basically.
Awesome. And I'm Dodger. You're watching this on my channel right now, which is twitch.tv/DexBonus. I mostly do gaming stuff, but I talk about anime a ton. So I would love to see you coming back and hanging out with me again. I have pretty chill streams here. And I also have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/pressheart2continue. Yeah, thank you so much to Twitch. Thank you so much to Crunchyroll for putting on the marathon and for bringing the four of us together to just like sit and shoot the shit for 2 hours. It was super duper fun, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. And we hope that you'll tune in again for any future anime stuff that we get to do, because it's super fun. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of your day. That's
Sayonara.
Twitch Unity.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Jane.
Jane. Sayonara.